Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a natural makeup tutorial. Since it is slowly starting to warm up, I thought it'd be a good idea to do a kind of natural makeup tutorial. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And let's get into the video. So I'm going to start off with the L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation. This is a really great natural foundation. It's medium coverage, not too matte, but it's also not too dewy. I know that's strange because it is like the Pro Glow foundation. It doesn't make me too dewy or like luminous. It's just like the perfect amount, which I like. Since I have oily skin, I don't tend to go for like luminous foundations, but this one is like amazing. So even if you have oily skin, like I would definitely say try this out because you might like it. And it's definitely a lot more natural than the matte one. So I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender, and this is an important step in this tutorial because I feel like beauty blenders definitely give foundation a more natural look than a brush would. I tend to use brushes when I want a more like full coverage foundation. I mean, I like using beauty blenders regardless, but I have found that beauty blenders just really tend to make the foundation really sink into the skin and make it appear more like skin rather than just like a layer of foundation. It really just blends everything together. So I'd say if you want a little bit of less coverage, then I would definitely opt for a beauty sponge. Yeah, that definitely gave me some like medium coverage, definitely not full. Just gonna put a little bit more in spots where I need it. So next for concealer, I'm gonna be taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. And again, another really nice medium coverage concealer. It's very lightweight and super hydrating under the eyes. It's not at all drying. And again, taking the beauty blender and just blending everything together. That blended out so nicely. Wow. I haven't used this concealer in a while just because I've kind of been like trying some new ones, but I love this concealer. Okay, so next for powder, I'm going to be taking the Coty Airspun, the best powder, and it's only $5. So, and I'm just going to take my beauty blender and kind of bake under my eyes, kind of where else I put concealer. Then I'm going to just powder the rest of my face. I'm going to dust that off. I don't want to bake for too long. So for eyebrows, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. And what I do for a natural brow is I don't like fill them in as crazy as I usually do, but still kind of give them a shape, but just fill in the sparse areas and usually give a shape like at the end because that's where I need it the most. Just kind of doing more like brush strokes. I feel like if you're going full glam, you definitely need like a really strong brow, but if you're just doing a natural look, I don't think you need a strong brow. So I'm gonna finish off the face first, and for bronzer, I'm going to take this Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. I always forget I have this, but I really love this bronzer. Going ham on the bronzer because I'm losing my tan from spring break. Just need some color, you know, kind of lightly going over my nose. So next for blush, this technically isn't a blush, but I use it as one. It is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Cheeky Bronze. I just love using this as a blush. I think it's a really beautiful shimmery blush shade. Just drag it up. It just gives a nice glow to the cheeks. And for highlight, so honestly, I was looking through my highlighter collection, which isn't very big. I don't really have any highlights that are like super natural, so I'm just gonna go in with this is the Becca Jacqueline kind of face palette, and I'm just gonna take Champagne Pop, and I'm just gonna try to take a like teeny tiny bit. Hopefully it'll give me like a nice natural glow. Like I'm just gonna barely tap into it, and I feel like if you barely even tap into it, see, this is natural. This is not blinding. I'd say this is a natural highlight. It's nice and glowy, but it's not like blinding. If you don't want an intense highlight, I would definitely say just barely tap into it. I take a little brush for my nose. Next for eyes, I have two eyeshadow palettes. I'm just going to be using one, but I want to talk about two that are really natural that I really liked. So the first one that I won't be using is the Lorac Pro palette. I talked about this in my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes, but when I think of natural, like this is the palette I think of. It is just, I mean, natural is basically what it is. Of course there are some like pops of color in there, but mainly it's very natural. So I think if you're into really natural makeup, or just a beginner, or you just don't like all the funky colors, I think this palette would be great for you. But a cheaper alternative that I'll be using today is from Wet n Wild, and it is this palette right here. It is called Rose in the Air. If you look at these colors, these are basically the same colors that are in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. Anyway, you can check that out. I'll have it linked down below. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this. Although this isn't like super natural, there are like a lot of natural colors in here besides, I'd say, like these ones down here. And I wanted to show you guys a like cheaper version of a eyeshadow palette, because most of my eyeshadow palettes are more high-end. So I'm first going to go in with this bone shade right here. I'm just going to put that all over my lid. Next, I'm going to take this kind of warm brown transition shade. I always have trouble saying transition. I'm just going to take that and put it in the crease. Yeah, I really have been enjoying this palette. Wet n Wild also came out with like other color schemes, so I would definitely check them out. Super affordable. Not exactly sure the price, but it's Wet n Wild, so it's gonna be super affordable and definitely on the lower end than like a lot of drugstore brands. Honestly, like I feel like drugstore brands have just been getting pricey, and I don't know, like if they're kind of just slowly starting to get pricier. And you know, I will admit they are a lot better quality than they were before. I mean, the drugstore is just stepping up its game the past couple years, but I don't know, I feel like Revlon is pretty expensive to me. I think their new foundation that came out is like $17. Like I don't even know if I'd consider that drugstore, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna deepen up the crease just a slight smidgen, and I'm gonna take this shade, and you could definitely leave the look like this, but I just wanna even it up a little bit. So for the lid shade, I'm just gonna go into this goldeny shimmery one. It's actually more like champagne-y, but I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna place that on the lid. Ooh, that's so pretty. And I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush and just blend everything together. And to highlight the brow bone, I'm just gonna go in back in with that bone shade. Place that underneath. And I'm gonna take that transition shade and put that on the lower lash line. So that is it for the eyes. Very simple. So I went ahead and applied some mascara, and I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love this stuff. This is like one of my favorite mascaras. It really lengthens and lifts your lashes, and even though I really don't have a lot of lashes to work with, but this really does help me a lot. You can tell. So last for lips, I'm going to use this NYX lip liner in the shade Mauve, and just gonna slightly line my lips. And for lipstick, you can just go straight to gloss, or honestly, you don't even need to use any lip products if you're just going for a natural look, but I just want to be a little extra. So I'm using this Smashbox lipstick, or Be Legendary lipstick, and this is like a really tiny one. It's from like a Christmas collection. These are also in the regular size as well, and this is in the shade Famous. These lipsticks are very natural looking. They're not like super pigmented, and they're very creamy and buttery and very comfortable. But as you can tell, it's not giving me like too much color. So if you're looking for lipstick that gives like a slight flush, then I would definitely look into these. It definitely gave me color, but not super crazy pigmented. And for gloss, I'm gonna use this Dose of Colors new Stay Glossy, I think, gloss. That's like the collection name, and this is in the shade On Repeat. So, and these are pretty pigmented. So this is the final look. This is my natural makeup look. This is basically what I do if I want a really nice natural look. You know, nothing too crazy. Some, you know, nice light coverage. Of course, I feel like everyone's definition of natural is different, you know, since I do makeup so much and I usually wear like a lot. This is natural to me, but this might be like too much for someone else. This would probably be like full glam for my mom. So, you know, it just depends. So, you know, you don't have to put any eyeshadow on, you don't have to put any lipstick on, you don't have to put any bronzer on. Yeah, you know, you can use this as a guide if you want to. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I do want to post more. I'm just kind of at the end of school. I have about a month left, but after that, I will definitely be posting a lot more. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.